said that though.
It's a secret.
What's a secret? No, I heard that.
Excellent place to jump in.
Oh man. Okay.
Never
Great.
tell. It's a pact.
Yeah.
Oh man. I'll unpack it with my therapist. It's fine. Welcome to As It Is Below, a Brindlewood Bay actual play campaign from Looking for Mom TTRPG. Special shout out to the color red tonight. My name is Sydney, my pronouns are she, her, and I'm going to be the keeper for this game. We're on our second mystery of this campaign, Dead Man's Hand. Dead Man's Hand is written by Donna Giltrap and published in Nephews and Peril, which is a supplementary book to Brindlewood Bay. Before we get to tonight's charity-driven events, who do we have at book club?
Well, I'm Vasni, pronouns she, her, and I'll be playing Marina, who has a penchant for causing chaos and a crystal for everything. And today she's gambling for a good cause in support of the Brindlewood Bay Art Center.
Ooh, very on brand. I love how you had to specify good cause. As if
Sometimes it's bad causes, not today.
questionable causes.
Questionable.
Right on. And then who else?
Yeah, I am Megan, pronouns she, her, and I'll be playing Violet, also she, her pronouns. And today, Violet is going to be gambling on behalf of the Brindlewood Bay Association. They're all about preserving the bay and, improving the habitat for wildlife. There we go. I almost said improving the wildlife for habitat. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Both. It's a multifaceted organization.
They do a lot of good work.
A wide portfolio.
Yes. There's theorizing that the Brindlewood Bay Ghost Raven is their attempt to improve the wildlife, but we'll have to find that out in another session.
Theorizing or conspiracy theories?
Are they different?
We'll ask Jason.
Important clarification. Guys, get in the comments. Let us know.
And then rounding out tonight,
My name is Angeli. I go by she, her, and my character's name is Tea de la Rosa, also she, her, who's a wild and adventure-loving granny who has watched every How It's Made episode that's ever been created. She's gambling for the charity she supports every year, which is to write Bay on Her Arms, the local LGBTQ organization. Also in honor of Pride Month, so.
Yeah.
incredible. You said to write Bay on her arms?
Yeah, like Bay, like Brindlewood Bay, but it's also like...
Bay, like B-A-E?
Yeah.
I'm before anyone else. Throw it back. So good. So good. That just brought back like OTP, being like an acronym. Ugh.
I'm gonna pull out my persona, so
Right on. Well, let's get into it for tonight. I'm playing everyone else, and they'll all be introduced later when they're important. But they will be. Our opening credits begin on this episode of Brindlewood Bay, Dead Man's Hand, as we pass through the bay, passing different bay socialites, people getting ready for work, getting a snapshot into what this town is normally like when there aren't murders in the woods and pets going missing and all sorts of things. We're well into summer season now, about a month after the last time we got together. And our camera sees Isaiah and the fishermen heading out into early morning languid waters. I think we get a visual of David Gareth Sunderland staring at a painting. Maybe our camera cuts to fellow book club members and beloved queers, Madison and Hannah, on a morning walk. Vacationers and snowbirds alike are strolling along the pier. We see kids being dragged by their parents. We see other children running ahead, teens ducking into alleyways to do who knows what. A blur of a white bird cut through the camera frame. And just these scenes of town coming to life. You know, it's this early morning crowd. It's partially a retirement community in the sense that just a lot of older people seem to live here now. And I think we're going to start with Violet. Violet, the annual charity poker tournament is tonight. In this kind of month that has passed, or even just this morning before the charity, how are you spending your time before you head down to the old town hall?
Yeah, I think at some point, it probably wasn't this morning, or she had a really hard month. But I think probably all the Mavens got together, maybe at Violet's house. She's slowly, I think, trying to get all of her crows comfortable with Marina and Taya, and some of them are a little braver than others. Corrosive Gordon-Levitt is, a little more comfortable with new people, so I think he probably is willing to come a little bit closer, especially with the Crostal. She's got the Crostal on the platform, like everybody's set up, everybody's got some tea, and I think Violet's got some of those big, like, cozy chairs in the back garden, and they're kind of hanging out at sunset, and I think they have a conversation where Violet starts really digging into all the time issues she's been having lately, and how just things never seem to line up right, and how it doesn't seem like things are moving through, or that she's moving through time the way she should be. And I think, with everybody getting to watch the birds, everybody's probably got some tea. Since it's nighttime, margaritas probably came out later. She starts to kind of unpack a little bit of what she experienced in the last mystery, and starts to be able to kind of process what she had gone through, and was even able to talk more about how things went with Hannah, and how stressful that was. And I think that helped her process that unstuck feeling, and kind of be able to move through that.
Right on. So with this cozy move, you can clear a condition, which sounds like you're clearing unstuck, which great choice. That would be what I'd clear. Right. Players doing a cozy move get a clue. The interesting part about doing it now, which I didn't think about when I offered this to you, was that we're not like in an active mystery at this moment. So what I would like to posit as a possibility, I will either offer you advantage on a roll of your choice within this session, since there's not a clue to find right now, or the option to not take a condition when you would get one.
Okay.
Later on. I'm not going to give you a straight, like, getting your clue, because we don't have anything right now. But those, I feel like, both help you either mitigate failure or potentially get a better success.
Yeah, and we know that I do like to rack up those conditions. Yeah, sounds good to me.
Right on. You don't have to decide right now. You can decide when you decide to use it. Cool. I love that little visual of all of you there, and just kind of some group bonding outside of book club. Wonderful. I think maybe we'll move from that. That happened in the last month or so, the three of you, and we'll move on to Taya. You can either pick the same scene, or something else that's happened in the last month, or something you're doing the morning of the charity poker tournament.
I think, sort of like in the same vein, I think Taya would have been, this was before like the cozy move scene. I think Taya would have been tinkering with like an old stopwatch of hers that she like found at like a thrift store, and then she was like, this is so fancy that it can't go to waste, so I'm gonna like pick apart all the other mechanics in my home and then put it together in this stopwatch, or not stopwatch, like a pocket watch, and then hand it to Violet amongst margaritas, probably.
Incredible. I think, like, you know, because these are like our opening credits, right? So we see like the group of you with T and the crows and Violet's name come up, and we see this like you handing her something. And then when our camera cuts, we get like the prequel moment of like you fixing this pocket watch up
Yeah.
to be something helpful for Violet. That's so sweet. Incredible. Love it. Anything else before we move on to Marina?
No, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Wonderful. We see your name kind of come up on the screen and move throughout town again. And where do we find Marina? What are you doing?
I think throughout the month she has been looking forward to this casino night. It's her first time getting to participate in it. So, and she wants all the luck that she can get, and she wants that for the Mavens too. So she's been getting like making little bracelets with like lucky beads that are like these crystal bracelets, and like infusing everything that goes into the bracelet in like a little tub of like 4-leaf clovers, and like a little whittled down like horseshoe or something, but just making these bracelets with all of the random lucky stuff and like that little blue eye guy. And then it's just like a montage of her like doing all this stuff, like saging everything. And then back in that scene with the crows and the margs, and just giving them a little present for good luck.
Incredible. Just starting the summer off with gifts. So sweet. Yeah, we see this montage of you saging and picking clovers and like getting the right crystals in place, and like your whole setup that is expansive and larger but makes sense for Marina, and like your name comes up on the screen. In the same way that like we see you give something in Violet's scene, and then we get like the little prequel moment before. Incredible. That's such a sweet thing. I almost feel rude jumping right into your Dale Cooper move.
Yeah, bring it.
All of those things happened around this month, right, of our opening credit scenes. I think before we get to the action of the tournament, we got to see Marina's night before. Marina, you said it yourself, you've really been looking forward to this. What do you do the night before, this last sleep before you get to participate in the charity tournament?
I think she'll just like lay everything out, make sure everything is infused with luck as possible, and just like is even like preparing herself, does like an extra like thing of self-care, does like luck bringing affirmations, and just like gets one of those like really good essential oils and just goes to sleep.
Yeah. And I think your first couple of dreams are very normal, and you know, you sort of the thing of like you dream that you show up late and the thing's already started, you know, like that classic when you're excited about something, or for some reason you can't get there, like your car breaks down, or they moved it and no one told you, or those sorts of things, or you get there and your name's not on the list. Those repeat and reoccur for a bit, which are a little bit anticipatory. You kind of know, like, as much as you're going to also have dreams where you win everything and everyone celebrates you, you're going to have some where like you just don't get there because you're looking forward to it. I think every iteration of those progressively gets a little bit more unhinged. So the first one is like the one where they celebrate you. Then it's like you got there, but no one seems to remember your name. Then it's like you get there, but it's not there, or then you're late, or then like someone chases you there, or you show up and the building is gone and you're like in a different time. Every iteration you kind of toss and turn, wake up, go to bed, and it just keeps getting worse. Before I take it one step further, Marina, what is narrative reigns to you the worst version of it here that at 3 a.m. you're getting? What do you think?
I feel like it would be that kind of a thing of like super exciting, and then like you would go into a place and it's empty, and it's very much like, was this the wrong day or something? But like maybe is entering from like a really busy street or like a really like, busy Brindlewood Bay day. Goes inside, it's like, well, I guess I got it wrong, and then comes and is like disappointed, and then comes back outside, and then everything else is also empty and silent and scary and abandoned. And
That's perfect. Wow, I'm glad you thought of that. It starts exactly that way. You throw open those doors. Town hall is a ghost town. There's no one there. You're like, oh, that's odd. Well, shoot, maybe it was the wrong day. Maybe I, got my calendar wrong, or they're just not set up yet, and I got here really early or something. And you turn to go back outside. I think the most unnerving part of it is that cars are still moving, bells and music is still playing, but people are gone. All of the people. And when you came in, it was a clear day, and as you throw that door back open to leave, it's night. The lights are blinking. One of the cars rolls down the street lazily. You hear, actually you don't, I think you see 2 cars impact, but you don't hear the sounds of like a car crash. Across the street from you, underneath the light, every time that light flickers, I think there's a different silhouette facing you. It flickers and it's it's amorphous, and then it flickers again and it's someone in a hood. It flickers again and it's like a jack from a playing card. It flickers again and it's a figure really well. It flickers again and it's a child. It flickers again, and I think it's like rotating through these different personas. What do you do?
Who is the person that I know really well?
Oh, Marina, who do you think it would be?
Oh.
Who's the person you know the most?
I think it would be her husband. And I think at first she'd be like really freaked out about it and be like, well, I'm not getting anywhere near that. And then when one of them flickers and it's him, I think just like all of the blood rushes. I think almost tripping over her feet at first, but then will start like just running as much as she can in his direction.
Yeah.
Like desperately, and like almost like not running fast enough to lose breath, but it's more of like because of the anxiety and like just freaking out about it.
Yeah. You stumble out and try to pick up speed across this road, this square intersection here, to get to the light. His silhouette is underneath, and the road starts to stretch out in front of you, and you run faster and faster, but the road gets longer, as if the closer you try to get, the further he's away from you. And in these flickers, it still rotates through, but every once in a while it's his form specifically that you've seen those shoulders, the way everything is, but at least in this beginning you can't get to him. Do you try to do anything differently?
I think seeing that the distance is happening, I think she'd still keep running, but then also shout his name, his name is Ryan. Shout Ryan at him, and just like as much as she can, and like wave her arms, and maybe even like through all of this, she might even take a tumble, because it's like a lot of stuff. Might even like fall like on her knees, like.
You exert yourself to your fullest, trying to get to Ryan, and I think shouting out maybe you say his name and like that's where you take the tumble, and at that same time a lightning strikes like behind in the bay as the storm is rolling in, where before it's like a silhouette, like it's light and then Ryan's form is dark, and when this lightning strikes as you're like just starting to look back up from falling, Marina, it illuminates his clothes from the last day, but there is no face.
Okay. I think like on the floor it'll go from like a forward position to like going back and like scrambling back.
You scramble back. These forms continue to glitch through this rotation. Now each one of them illuminated as if the light from the lightning is in slow-mo and it has illuminated this whole square. So you are seeing all of the figures. You see, a child you don't know. You see Ryan with no face. You see someone in a black cloak with a porcelain mask. You see like a jester from a card, a playing card, with its like hat and bells and its sickly grimace. And I think you see one of the mannequins from before walking towards you, and then it like continues to rotate as this figure starts to move towards you as you scramble back. It takes shaky step after shaky step, and before you couldn't get close enough quick enough, and now you can't get away fast enough, as if time has warped on you as you are scrambling backwards. And it's, I think, the child, then Ryan's form, like the last two that you see, as it begins to reach out towards you. But it's not Ryan's hand, a hand that you would know that you've held 1,000 times over. You see where their left hand should be, this hand reaching out over your form. It is old and mummified, and it has these markings glowing from it. And Marina, right as it's about to like make contact with you, the whole figure turns to dust. I think you probably wake up.
I think definitely in a jolt, and then probably from just like the overwhelming, like everything of it, just the creepiness, the chase, but I think most of all from seeing Ryan, but not actually, but almost. I think she's just gonna curl up, like sit up, curl up, and just cry for a good while. And just like sobbing, heaving cries.
I think maybe just to add an extra painfulness, the classic Brindlewood Bay, it's worse than that line. You have had, I would imagine, bad nightmares before. And you've had some weird occurrences before with like the sailor singing, like drowning sort of thing, about a month ago or so. But in ones that were this bad before, I don't know if you've had one as jolting. Maybe only once, maybe not at all since Ryan's death. So before, where you would wake up and then like kind of curl up, there would at least be someone with you. And as this storm hits the bay the night before the charity, you are alone, processing through, seeing something you've desperately wanted to see, but not at all how you wanted to see it.
Damn it, I'm on my period. But I this so much.
Right on. We're with that. We're gonna hard cut. Your name comes up on the screen finally of our introduction and credits. And your clue there, your void clue specifically, is that mummified hand covered in runes. Okay. The day passes. Each one of you preps for your sponsorship. I just checked the chat. Preps for your sponsorship for the Brindlewood County Charity Poker Tournament, this popular annual event on the Brindlewood Bay calendar. Members of the community like you three are sponsored to play poker, with the winnings going to the charity of your choice. The tournament is played over several rounds, and every round, only the winners move forward into the next round. We know who you're playing for, but as you guys roll up to this joint, to the check-in table, what are you wearing to charity poker night? Tell us about your Mavens. We need something light after what I just did to Marina.
Okay, so I think Taya arrives later than the rest of the gang, and everyone's like waiting for her at the front of the center or whatever. And Taya just rolls up on her motorcycle with like a boombox on her shoulder, and it's playing the like banana bad to the bone. And she has like sunglasses, her leather jacket, popped collar.
Yes.
You said
pins.
I will be Hallie from The Parent Trap.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes.
She like slicks back her hair, and then she comes out and she's like, I'm ready for this.
Such
Yeah. I think whoever's working this front desk, you know what? Let's make it Petra. Petra volunteer hours for college applications and whatnot. It's good to see you, but that's really loud.
Taya, like without an expression change, turns it up even louder.
They're about to do it now. I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to turn it off.
What was that? What?
As you say that, it gets turned off, and Mayor Simon's right next to you, who you guys know is the de facto announcer for this event. Jeff Simons. Let me put the scroll on here, so he'll come up on the screen later. He's got his expensive suit. He's well known for his bone-crushing handshakes, and he turns the knob. I believe she said it was a little loud for our event.
You're no fun. I do this every year, okay?
And we know, and we've repeatedly asked you not to. We've got some hearing aids back there that
turn your hearing aids
sensitive.
off. That's what I do.
It's good to see you.
Good
Thank you for being a part of the tournament. Let's keep the rock and roll for the breaks.
Fine.
Deal?
I'll pull the boombox down and play a really sad song on it.
I think you like start turning it up, and he shoots you a look of like,
turn it back down.
The breaks. And he goes on to like, I think like smarming and shaking hands with other people. So you arrive last. Between Marina and Violet, do you guys come together, or who arrives first?
I think Violet would have maybe offered to help Marina. Like if she had to go early to help set up or anything, she would have been like, well, if you need a hand, let me know. So if she needed help, maybe they arrived together.
Yeah. I don't think she'd be like helping, but she would definitely want to like scope out. I'd be like, no,
hover.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to see the kind of stuff they're doing without me this year.
Yes.
And she was probably ready, like started getting ready really early. She's very excited. And I imagine the fit is very much like Moira Rose at her like on brand like Crow, the Crowaning kind of situation.
Incredible.
With like her hair up in like a big messy thing. But yes.
I love it. On the bird theme, I think Violet's got a pretty like she went on brand and has like a nice like purple like full length dress, but she's got a shawl over her shoulders that she's crocheted, and it looks like wings, the effect of like wings folded kind of around her. And underneath the dress that you can't see, she's wearing hiking boots because she refuses to wear uncomfortable shoes.
Yes.
Icon. Icon. For the two of you who got here early, and then Taya, you can chip in what you see coming in just right before it starts. The atmosphere of the Old Town Hall is one of bustling excitement as anyone in Brindlewood Bay gathers for the tournament. How has the organizing committee decorated the place so it looks like a night in Monte Carlo? What sorts of things that aren't normally in Town Hall are here now for this event? Or how have they tried to make it but maybe didn't quite hit Monte Carlo due to budget constraints?
Okay, so my first thought was there like the like pretty like white lights, and part of me thinks they wanted to have string lights and they used Christmas lights because they couldn't get anything better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe as you guys got there a little bit earlier, scope it out. You're seeing some of the caterers get pulled from like catering prep to untangle the lights that they put up on the trees every year around Town Hall. And it's like, yeah, it's like string lights, but they're also like bush nets of lights that are just kind of like hung on the walls haphazardly. Yeah, I love that. Of like, it's Christmas lights for sure. What else?
It's not me literally looking up
Monte Carlo.
Yeah, no, same.
Because all I'm imagining is like Vegas. So
We
I'm
can go Vegas.
Yeah.
Maybe
Who thought they were decorating for Monte Carlo and then it's actually just Vegas?
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like they like dimmed the lights and then added like bright lamps
Neons.
everywhere. Yeah, and neons, yeah.
Mm-hmm. There have been posters around town for weeks to like borrow your old lighting. Like those like stained glass table lamps and some lava lamps, and then some like cheapo neon signs. There's
food.
The lighting is bad. The lighting situation is too many people had too many opinions. No one reined them all in, so all of the options are here.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes very closely with, because I saw like a fountain and then I immediately went to chocolate fountain.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone had an opinion on what kind of fountain they should have. So there's chocolate, there's like ranch for some reason, and like anything that drips, and then some things that don't drip too well.
Mm-hmm.
But they try.
This is amazing.
It's like a really slow, chunky drip.
Like oatmeal.
Like oatmeal. Yeah.
All right. Apologies to Donna Giltrap now for inserting an oatmeal fountain into your mystery. Artemis. I think also all the fountains and all of the lights, there's just a maze of extension cords because Town Hall is old and there's not a lot of options to plug things in. So there's just like thick yellow cords on the ground between all of these tables and chairs set up and the little stage here in Town Hall.
Oh my gosh, with those like extension cords with like the extra extensions on top of it, making like terribly dangerous electrical situation.
Yes, and conveniently, the poker tournament is on the same night as like a firefighters convention in Faversham, so none of those guys are here. Maybe on purpose, so they don't see this electrical situation.
No, not Chet, or was it Rhett? Which one was the fire?
Rhett was EMS, I think.
Okay.
Rhett the cadet? Is that
Yeah.
Rhett the cadet? Okay.
Yes, with his dad, Chet. That won't come back to haunt us when we've made the extended universe of like Rhett, Brett, Chet's, Jets. We're in like the sixth mystery going like saying, I don't know, a very long word that ends in et. Alphabet.
Connecticut.
Yes.
Yep.
Save those for mystery 4 and 5. We're gonna need them. Incredible. As things really start getting going tonight, you know, there's someone's playing has queued up a playlist that like it's mostly night like jazz, and then there's like one song that's very clearly not jazz at all. What song would that be? What song got snuck into the playlist for tonight?
I don't know what song it is, but I think we know who snuck it in.
Hey, what song did you put in the playlist tonight?
Yep.
You know, she very much vibed with the 90s, and so she would very much play like a Rickroll on everyone.
Incredible. And who did you pay off to do that?
Oh, who's in charge of it?
Well, the mayor's in charge, but you know Petra's working the front desk, so there's a connection. I will also say, as you guys kind of get around, there are plenty of people here that you know, some of which are going to be sitting at your table. Madison Hapsbury is here. You guys knew that she was coming from a book club last week when she said that she'd be playing for the Gothic Arts Coalition. And let's see, who else? I don't think you'd probably pay off Corinne Waitley, but she is here.
I feel like Teo would
Maybe
probably...
Francine?
True, maybe. Yeah, she would pay Francine to change it for her.
Doing some crimes.
Flirt with her a little again.
Yeah.
Right on. We'll keep that locked and loaded for later. The mayor, let me pull up my notes here. I believe Mayor Simons is the one kind of escorting people to their table. So I think first he gets up to the mic. They're like, citizens of Brindlewood Bay, we are so excited to be back for another Brindlewood County charity poker tournament. This event, every year we raise more and more money for the charities you choose to benefit society and the world. Over the course of the night, we're going to get to know all of our players and the charities they're playing for, and one lucky person will be going away with the most winnings towards the charity of their choice. And this is not me forgetting to cue this up. 1 second. Maybe the mic cuts out and he like gets someone up there to like help fix it while I'm stalling.
While in the background, Teo's trying to sneak another song in there.
Yeah, so like while Petra, who seems to just be kind of everywhere, is like fixing the mic connection, we have like a quick camera cut of Teo and Francine chatting over something at the refreshments table.
Yeah, she's trying to get what's that Pussycat stall?
What's new,
song?
Pussycat?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Trying to get that in.
Nice.
Okay, John Mulaney.
You're welcome. R.I.P. He's dead. It's fine.
Oh man. Incredible. He gets the mic fixed back up here. And he says, of course, we have last year's reigning champion, and he points out to Tony Martinez, whom you all know, because he won last year. And if you were here last year, you at least know that he won with his tweed jacket and unkempt hair. He is a math teacher at the high school, which means he knows Hannah and Mark. R.I.P. Mark Harrison. Gone but not forgotten. And then the mayor continues, and we are... Where where am I losing it? We are especially excited to be welcoming Charles Ace Rogers, a professional poker player from Vegas, here tonight. And then he points out Charles, and Charles stands up. I'll refer to him as Ace from now on. The mayor continues. Ace Rogers is, of course, playing for the Society of the Kindly Ones. And we thank him for not only his participation, but for investing in us little folk here at Brindlewood Bay. And Ace gives a little wave and just sits back down. I'm going to call out your tables now. So if you hear your name, excuse me. And he kind of gets a little bit louder because there's still everyone's talking over him, right? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get our table assignments for tonight. At table 1, I have Taya De La Rosa, I have Danielle Walsh, Mariah Prescott, and then he continues on with a couple more names of people who don't matter. And he continues on. Table 2 will be Marina. We have Amelia Emerson and Tony Martinez, and then 1 or 2 more names of people who are around and you might know a little bit. But table 3, Violet, Dan Gardner, Francine Roy, a couple of other people. Table 4, Corinne Waitley, Ace Rogers, Madison Hapsbury, and he announces 4 or 5 more tables of people playing. And then finishes up with, of course, we've got refreshments provided by catering. Say hi, catering. And you just everyone kind of looks over to the one frantic guy serving up mocktails. And then for some reason now Petra's over there, helping with all of the chunky fountains. And then that's Mike Taylor. Mike, say hi. Wave to everyone, Mike. And Mike is the frantic guy there. And Mike is just, oh, hi. And he goes back to fixing drinks for people to sit down. As the introductions continue, that sort of pans out here. And it is time to play. Anything you guys want to do before you get to your tables?
I think Marina would just be okay, make sure everyone has their good luck charms. Just let's manifest good luck and for our causes, and good luck, everybody.
Yeah, Taya rolls down her sleeve so you can see the little bracelet.
Right on. We get you all. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Violet's just gonna kind of hold her arm up with the bracelet as well and be like, I think we're gonna win this year. One of us is gonna win. I've got a good feeling.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my eye out on Tony. You know what they say, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
I've heard that.
Right.
Yes.
He looks a little nervous to me, so.
Really?
Yeah. Just make sure you keep your cards back. He looks a little shifty.
Yeah. Him being a math teacher doesn't really give me, he could be counting cards. We don't know. So I'm going to keep my eye on him.
Yeah. That seems pretty smart.
Of the immediate suspicion. As you guys all get seated here at your different tables, we're going to go in table order. I do have a gambling mechanic for you tonight. When you compete in the Brindlewood County Charity Poker Tournament, you're going to roll with composure or reason. So we're going to start with table 1 with Taya and Danielle Walsh and Mariah Prescott. I think there's maybe a little chitter chatter about just introducing one another. Danny, of course, as soon as you sit down, Taya reaches out a hand to you. And she's got sharp eyes, a charming smile. You can see that she's got a little notepad with her on the desk. And if you look on the round table you guys are sitting at, and if you look at it, it just says general daily notes, DW, and then the date at the top.
Wow. Type A for sure.
Well, there's always things going on. As a reporter, you got to keep your eyes peeled and your notes correct.
No, it's really impressive. You've got really nice handwriting too.
Well, thank you.
Well,
The people at the Pulitzer Prize Commission also said that to me.
yeah, I'm not surprised. But I am going to beat you.
She starts to laugh, but an even bigger laugh erupts out of Mariah Prescott, sitting catty-corner to the two of you, with her pearls and condescending gaze. You've been choking on her perfume this entire time. She is old money, one of the oldest families in the Bay, older than the Habsburys. She's older than you too. She kind of, well, if anyone's going to be winning tonight, dearies, it's probably going to be me.
I mean, you don't need to win any money. You could just
It's
donate
for charity.
Yeah, donate from your own pocket. I think you should just drop out now.
I always match what I win to double the donation.
Right. I forgot that you did that.
It's all right. I know with age sometimes. So I got to keep taking your vitamins like I do.
Yeah, your Flintstones vitamins, right?
What's a Flintstone?
Your mom. Okay. She leans back, puts down her sunglasses.
You see Danny starts taking notes about this interaction. And the two nobodies sitting at your table just shoot each other looks. Yikes. Incredible. And as you guys get going, there's some chitter chatter around. Mariah seems pretty pressed that they let someone who doesn't live in Brindlewood Bay compete, meaning Ace Rogers. And that he's a professional, and it doesn't seem to be in the spirit. Just doesn't seem to be. I don't know if this is a Brindlewood Bay thing. It just feels a little odd that someone who does it for their job to win money is competing. But I'm just one opinion in the court of many.
What? Are you scared, Mariah?
I haven't been scared since I got injections.
Okay. Is that why you have your old person diapers on?
Are you well?
I am, and I'm gonna beat you, okay?
Man, you certainly are spirited. We're gonna roll.
Cool.
So roll composure or reason.
Well, now I'm scared.
You talked a big game.
I did. I rolled a 10.
All right. On a hit, you're going to get to choose one of these options.
Okay.
Option number 1, you make a significant amount of money for your charity. Option 2, you learn something about one of the competitors at your table.
What?
Option 3, you ensure that one of the competitors at your table loses.
Option 3.
Incredible. We see this scene play out of you just get dealt the perfect right hand. Danny is close behind, but I think out of this round, it's only the top 2 people who go on from each table. But Mariah and your 2 nobodies don't have a good enough bluffing game or get a crappy hand or whatever. Well, for whatever reason, you and Danny go on. Danielle, the reporter.
Cool.
Mariah goes, well, maybe I'll just match what you win and donate it to my charity.
To your charity? Why not my charity?
Well, you're already getting money for your charity. My charity expects something every year, so.
And which charity is that?
The Brindlewood Bay Historical Society, of course. We've been proud members since my mother's mother and her father before that.
Sounds like just a bunch of rich people getting richer. I don't think they need money.
Who do you think pays for the upkeep of all of our historical buildings?
I don't know, the rest of us with our taxes.
You think your taxes are enough? That's so quaint. Well, good luck.
Go change your diaper.
She'll I think your table scene fades. With that interaction. Danny is still furiously like taking notes on just everything that's going on.
Amazing.
And we're gonna cut to table 2. Table 2, of course, is Marina, Amelia, and Tony. Who do you talk to first, Marina? Amelia or Tony?
I think Tony.
Right on. I heard you helped with figuring out the things about Mr. Harrison.
Yeah, no, a really ghastly situation that was. But
Oh yeah, it seems like it. Well, I thank you for, I guess, seeing to it that he rested in his peace.
yeah, he seemed like a really well-loved guy, so I'm glad we found out who did him like that.
Yeah. You guys got like consultants for the sheriff or something?
No, we're just really
Oh.
smart, you know.
You've been doing your Sudokus, your crosswords.
Yeah, we just also read a lot of murder mysteries, so I think we've gotten a knack for it at this point.
I heard on a podcast once that if you're really into murder, it's either because of extensive trauma or sociopathic tendencies. Is that true?
I think I'm just nosy. I can't speak for the other two, but I'm just nosy.
Oh, okay. I guess it's good that you know yourself.
Yeah. And sometimes it can be very helpful. I mean, if we weren't as nosy as we had been, we wouldn't have been able to find out who killed him.
Right on. Well, what charity are you playing for tonight?
I am playing for what is it? The Brindlewood Bay Arts Center.
The arts and crafts and things like that.
Yeah, just arts in general, promoting math and sciences get a lot of promotion. I'm sure you know, you're being a big math guy, but
I do like the numbers.
Numbers are good.
They don't lie.
But arts sometimes can be put aside, so just bringing it up.
Well, music's a bunch of math.
Yeah?
Yeah. And the intervals and the he kind of like starts talking, and Amelia interrupts. Goes, well, I'm playing for the Newt Society.
Oh, what's that?
I'm sorry, the Newt Sanctuary. Retcon. I'm playing for the Newt Sanctuary.
Oh, that sounds lovely. What do the Newts need?
Everything.
Oh,
she like holds like on your wrist very seriously. Everything. They need severe intervention in this area.
Oh.
I love the Newts. Have you seen the posters we've actually done for the Newt Sanctuary? She like starts to pull out her phone to like show you a poster. Newts are a hoot, right? That was fun. My idea.
That's a very cute pun, Amelia. Tony, you didn't say which one. What charity are you playing for?
I think as you ask that, I need you to know that Amelia is still trying to show you things on her phone. About stuff about like Newt's eyes and their like historical fascination. She's pulled up like a paper that she wrote once as Tony starts to answer. Oh no, I'm playing for the Fresh Start Foundation. You heard of them?
I don't think I have.
Oh, we help ex-convicts learn job skills. The last year I was able to win them a good amount of money, and they're they're hoping I do it again. So kind of like straightens his jacket. I don't want to disappoint him.
Oh yeah, that's a noble cause.
You're right. I just gotta stay focused and keep my analytical mind just locked in.
Yeah, well, you're maybe you'll have a lucky streak.
Not luck involved. It's I guess in poker there is luck involved. I don't know. I think if I can just bluff the right things and tell the truth the right times, it'll be all right.
Oh, very calculated, I see.
You
Quite the
calculated a math pun.
Yeah, we're being real punny here.
I love that. Amelia cuts back in. Did you know that the eastern speckled newt is one of the few newt species that gives birth to live young?
Wow, I didn't know that.
And the dealer's like, all right, let's play. Marina, are you rolling with composure or reason?
I am gonna do composure.
Okay.
Hey.
2d6 plus composure.
That is a 6.
Okay. So, not good.
Not great.
I want to give you narrative reign here. Why does it go poorly?
I think it goes poorly because Amelia is still telling me things, and I'm trying to be just trying to be so polite, like and like not paying attention.
No, it's so ridiculous that the witches, they talk about witches using newt eyes when they're really too small to be of really any good use in potions or brews or anything like that. The best you could do is kind of crush it up into a salve. Yeah, and she's just like,
oh yeah, that's great, yeah.
Yeah, you like mix up, you play the wrong card because she is just talking at you. And Tony's a teacher. He's used to tuning people out. So I think at your table, it's Tony and Amelia that move on, and you and the two no names all get eliminated. Let's see. Any last things from your table, Marina, you want to do or say before we move on to table 3?
I think just like grumbling away, just like the freaking newts. I've never heard so many facts about newts in my life. I didn't need to know anything about newts. And just
I love an annoyed Marina. Just like you had a bad night of sleep. You came in, you tried to make your best of it, and the freaking newts.
And then just go like beeline for like all like the fountains.
Right on. Okay, you head to the fountains. We're gonna cut to table 3 here, real quick, and then I'll generally talk about table 4. The other tables don't matter because I didn't give any of those people names, and we'll continue on. Table 3: Violet, Dan Gardner, and Francine Roy. Who do you talk to first, Violet?
I think she's probably gonna turn to Francine and be like, "Hey, I saw you over there with Taya earlier.
Are you spying on us?"
No, I just was looking for Taya to say hi to her and saw you guys. Yeah, you know we're friends, right?
Yeah.
We're in book club.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I was just teasing you. It's good to see you again. Dog show was a while ago, so
Yeah. It's I'm seeing
Dan,
you too.
how are you doing?
Dan's looking down at his phone. Francine didn't change into anything nicer. She's still wearing like a custodial jumpsuit. Dan, well dressed. He's kind of balding. You said something to him. What'd you say?
Just asked how he was doing.
Sorry, 1 second. And he like sends off you hear the whooshing noise from his phone. No, I'm all right. How are you?
Doing pretty good. You getting some work done?
I'm never not working. Say, have you thought about selling your house recently?
You know,
You've got a real nice plot of
unfortunately,
land.
yeah, I'd be worried about moving. You know, my crows might not understand if I left. So, like, I
That's right,
appreciate
you're
the
the bird
offer, but
lady. Well, if you ever change your mind, just he hands you his card.
sure.
You know, I was thinking about not only your place, but just man, all that, all the real estate that's just sitting untouched, unloved here in the Bay. If someone could just buy it, give it a little bit of love, get it going again. Oh,
Yeah. I
it'd be
mean,
great.
yeah, I think, it's fine. And she starts folding the business card into an origami crow in
Oh,
front of
oh,
him.
uh,
It's better this way. Um, and she's like, "So what charities are you guys supporting?"
Francine, because she's not like a part of this mystery.
Okay.
Oh, I'm the I already used the word coalition. Progressive. I wanted to make it an acronym. Hold on, I'm going to come back to her. Dan is playing. Oh, I'm playing for the Foundation for the Improvement of Brindlewood County.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna do good work. Excited to put partnered with them.
Yeah. What improvements are you guys trying to make?
You know, for some policies and hopefully, work on some like district development stuff and really revitalize the Bay, so that our businesses can get more business, and we improve the county.
All
One
right.
second. Francine was like, I don't remember what I'm playing for, but
That's okay. I'm sure it's a good cause.
yeah, you know, I had it written down, and then I went to go do something for Taya, and I lost that piece of paper.
Yeah. Well, worst case scenario, I'm sure you could always support the same charity as Taya. It's to write Bay on your arms.
Incredible. Oh,
I think
yeah.
she pulled the other wrist too, and I should have done this, but I'm not left-handed. And the other wrist says BAY because like Violet wasn't entirely sure which one she was supposed to do, so she just did both of them.
I think it was something, maybe the Bay Association of Bay Association of Custodians. Oh man, the words are really.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out. If I win, someone will tell me where to give the money. It's fine.
Yeah, hey, that's a later problem, not a now problem.
Yeah, it was supposed to be this guy Chuck who was supposed to play, but I guess he broke both of his legs, and I had to step in.
Oh my god.
So
What happened? Broke both legs?
yeah,
Dang.
he got one of those like jetpack things that you like are supposed to like fly up over the bay, but he didn't really understand how to. That you're supposed to land back in the water and not like on the pier.
Yeah, that does sound like a problem for
And now
sure.
I'm covering all of his shifts.
Oh no.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully they
Tay
can,
keeps inviting me to go do stuff, and like it'd be great to hang out with a friend, but I'm scrubbing toilets day in, day out.
Yeah. Do you think they could just like put some roller skates on him and he could just like he wouldn't have to bend his legs and he could just like sweep as he, rolled around?
Love
No,
that
that
Okay.
seems
visual.
so unsafe.
It just I think I just channeled Taya for a minute. Let me recenter.
And then the dealer's like, all right, it's time to play.
All right. I've been
Uh,
practicing my gambling phrases. I know you're supposed to say hit me. I know that's part of it.
Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. We're going with composure. She's going to try out that poker face.
Incredible.
Oh, shit. Okay. That's a 10.
We'll take a 10. All right. On a 10, you get to choose one. You make a significant amount of money for your charity. You learn something new about one of the competitors at your table, or you ensure that one of the competitors at your table loses.
I think I'm going to go learn something new.
What do you want to learn about?
I think probably Dan, since he's trying to steal Violet's house and her beloved crow's home.
Just asked if you were interested in selling it. That's all. It's his job. Yeah. How do you strike up a conversation with him?
Yeah, I think she'll ask, how's the, have you been selling a lot of houses lately? I feel like I've seen a lot of signs with your face on them.
Oh yeah, we got that little northern bit, and one guy kind of owned all of these little shacks.
Okay.
And he passed away, and wouldn't you know it, all of his kids didn't want to move back because shacks were haunted or something. So
He didn't keep robes in some of them, did he?
How the fuck would I know?
Okay. Well, I mean, you have to check stuff out. Anyway, it's not important.
I'm not the one cleaning the houses out. I'm just the
More of a
one selling the properties.
She kind of mumbles to herself and is like, that was more of a shed than a shack anyway. But sounds like things are going well.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm looking through his quote real quick. No, what I'm really hoping to do is get some of those dilapidated old houses right there near the museum. You know the ones I'm talking about? You do, by the way. Yeah. Everyone knows.
Oh, yeah.
So what if they're... Go ahead.
They're, yeah.
They're looking rough, right? And they're a real eyesore for the town. And I just get thinking, like, why are we living in the past? So what if they're the founders' houses? Like, we're supposed to treat these rundown shacks from a bunch of whalers about 200 years ago as sacred ground. I think Mariah and her little historical society could just, they could probably get some money if they just sold those and let us develop that property. They're a safety hazard, those things.
Yeah, at least they could put a fence up around it. Like, I feel like a lot of the kids, the other week, I swear I saw one of the mannequins from the quarry over there. I don't know what they were doing.
There are mannequins at the quarry?
Have you not been to the quarry? It's like
I don't have time to be going to a place just full of rocks. You could hear his phone going off throughout this whole conversation, by the way.
Okay, listen, I know you're busy, but it's still important to hold to town traditions like Croon. It's good to participate.
No, I don't believe in any of that stuff.
Hey, you might be able to, do something about those dilapidated houses if you had done a Croon wish.
As you say that, I think he sees Mariah, like, across the way, like, leaving the table, and he goes, well, it looks like she didn't get any money for her charity, so I don't need Croon. As long as I do better than her, then we'll see. We'll see about I don't know. And then 1 second, and he goes back. What you learn here is about, like, his specific goals in revitalizing the town. I think maybe you also kind of learn throughout this that the foundation for the improvement of Brindlewood County is probably more lobbyist group than it is charity.
Yeah.
Right on. So you got a 10. I'm gonna have you go on to another round. We're gonna say Dan goes on.
Okay.
And Francine does not.
Poor Francine.
Poor Francine.
I'm going to do the last table now real quick. That's Corinne, Ace, Rogers, and Madison Hapsbury. Madison is the one you guys love the most, so if someone want to roll composure or reason for Madison using your stat. Bassie's like, don't look at me.
Y'all, you are going to make me cause problems with both lesbians now. How dare you?
You're just rolling as her in this moment. It's not.
I know, but I'm still gonna be responsible for it.
I can roll if you want.
It's okay.
Okay.
I just wish I had some goth dice.
I think for Madison, knowing the way that she reacted immediately to like keep cool when you and Hannah were gone and then immediately go to try to find Hannah, leans to composure to me over reason.
Yeah. All right. They're both the same. So that is gonna be 5, 6, 7.
Okay. On a 7, I don't think she's gonna like get any of the benefits you all do, but I do think she makes it to the next round. So her and Ace make it to the next round, and then Corinne does not. Let me just mark these people out. Wonderful. The one What's New Pussycat comes on. Francine finds Taya's eyes across the room.
Sick.
And throughout this, I think in this like intermingling as they're setting up the new tables, the mayor is talking about everyone who's playing and announces all of their charities so that everyone knows everyone's charities now. I don't think we got Danielle's charity, so hers is well, I guess she wasn't supposed to be at a table. That's fine. We'll do the impartiality in media protection. She's playing for Imp.
Amazing.
I have also Bay. This is my my wacky. What does it even look like?
It looks like bag.
Bag, but no, it doesn't have a top.
Incredible. We're gonna get set up for round 2 real quick, which will be the last round before the final round. We're gonna do less of like the narrative and more I'm gonna get your rolls. With the exception of Marina, you are heading to concessions, it sounded like. So when we get to you, we'll do you and whoever's over there with you. But our new tables are going to be Taya, Danielle, Ace, Taya, Danielle, Ace, and then we'll put Madison at your table. And then the other table is going to be Amelia, Tony, Violet. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should have one more person. Amelia, Tony, Violet. Dan. There's a Danielle and a Dan. Right on. And then Marina, you are at concessions, and I think the concessions guy, Mike Taylor, is over there. I also think you are joined by both Mariah Prescott and Corinne Waitley. I'm sure 2 people you would love to talk to. But we're going to start with Taya, Ace, Danielle, and Madison. Taya, can you roll me with composure or reason to see if you make it into the final round?
All right. Going with composure once again. Cocked. Bad. 5.
How do you strike out this round?
I think I'm like too invested into what Danielle is writing because now I'm like, what are these notes that she's jotting down? And so I'm like leaning in and then also forgetting like what my cards are and then also like lifting up my glasses, putting my my sunglasses back down,
Incredible.
and just generally being like scoping out everyone else also, and just being distracted.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So you for sure aren't making it. I'm gonna get Violet's roll and see how she does, and then build out our final table from there.
Absolutely. We're gonna try reason this time. Violet thinks she's like, I survived a round. I think I know what I'm doing. 8.
Don't know if an 8 will be enough to get you there, but I will give you either you make a significant amount of money for your charity, or that you ensure someone at your table loses.
I don't really feel strongly about any of these folks so far, so I think we're gonna make some money.
All right, you make a good chunk of money for your charity. Would you roll those 2d6 one more time and add them together for me?
Absolutely. Okay, same thing. 7.
All right, you make $700 for your charity. Our final table is Ace. We'll do, let's see, Ace, Danielle, Tony, and Amelia. So for the Society of the Kindly Ones, Danielle, who's playing for Imp, Tony's charity, ? And then Amelia for the Newts. And I think, so we see like those flashes go through, and then we cut back to Marina. Marina, you've headed over to the concessions. It's like one of those, like there's an open like countertop, and then it's like the kitchen back behind it, where you can see the chipped formica countertops, cabinet doors with half their knobs missing, an oven that's seen better days. Mike the caterer and a recently reformed criminal has set up a prep area for the evening's refreshments. What do you see that is a hint of his former life?
I think he has I think he has a lot of like stick and poke tattoos, but I don't know why I immediately thought like these could be like really cute ones. Like he has like a little stick and poke like sunflower.
Yes. He's tatted up, and if you look at the suspect cards, you can see he's got like tattoos above his catering collar. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. He is working on he's bartending right now, as you see Petra back there just like trying to get food stuff and fixing the fountains and whatever in order. And as you approach, she's like, all right, I've got a mint coolers, I've got Shirley Temple's dry cranberry fizzes, and pineapple ginger beer, virgin gimlets. What do you be having?
I think I'll go for a Shirley Temple.
Shirley Temple coming right up. Shirley, and he like starts making your Shirley Temple. And as he's doing that, everyone's favorite other crystal girl of Brindlewood Bay, Corinne Waitley, comes up. She goes, man, it is just a shame. I was really hoping to win for my charity tonight. Oh, hi. Oh, it's so good to see you. She does the like peck.
Like us.
Still in her pristine, like just kind of all white attire as always. Tonight it's like an all white evening gown. Which, is it a wedding dress? Maybe, that she's just wearing. Like one of those sleek ones. With her platinum hair. And how have you been? It's been like a year?
No, I've been well. You look radiant.
Well, thank you. I've been really working on attuning my spirit and my soul with just this physical vessel.
Oh, I can tell.
And Botox.
That I can't tell. Wow, that's actually really subtle.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
How was your luck?
Oh, I am not a very lucky person, so that's all right. I'll keep working at it the best I can through more conventional means. But it was really great to, just be a part of something that happens every year in Brindlewood Bay. I really feel like I'm starting to belong here. No, I just it's nice to be a part of something.
Yeah. What charity were you supporting?
I think she struggles for a moment to name it. And then Mariah enters the conversation. Oh, Corinne, darling, it is so good to see you. And they do the peck, and then she'll turn over to you. Marina, of course. This is, of course, Mariah Prescott. Everyone knows Mariah. Everyone knows everyone because it's Brindlewood Bay. Sorry. I thought I saw a door opening on my screen, but it was a door opening on your screen. This is me looking around. It's all of the red we're all wearing. Yeah, Mariah says all of that, and how are you doing? How are the both of you? I didn't know you two were friends. How wonderful.
Yeah. How it's good to see you. I'm actually playing this year. I know I usually see you from the other side of the table.
How wonderful. I'm so glad you finally got sponsored. Who are you playing for?
I'm playing for the Brindlewood Bay Arts Center.
Oh, yes. A shame what happened about their other sponsor.
What happened to the other sponsor?
Vasny, what happened to the other sponsor? You want to decide?
Ooh, okay. Why was my instinct that they got killed? No. What happened?
Because it's a good instinct. That's what it is.
Just got a little murdered. No. What if it was, what's his name?
Mark. Wasn't he an art teacher?
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah.
Right?
Mark.
Was he art or was it science?
Hannah, I know for sure was science, but I cannot remember. Hold on.
I think he
Beloved science teacher.
Biology. Yeah.
Biology.
Never mind.
He could have appreciated the arts too.
Wasn't there an art teacher though?
No, so Hannah, oh gosh, did I get it wrong? And Hannah's the art teacher? That would be embarrassing. Saying how she's my favorite NPC right now. No, she's also a science teacher too. They're both science teachers.
Okay. I'm going to make this decision just to make a pun, but I'm going to say that he got a finger cut off or something, and I was like, talk about having an unlucky hand.
They just kind of laugh and titter about it, and Mike goes, "Oh, ma'am, here's your Shirley Temple," and he'll pass it over.
Thank you.
Mariah leans, "Do you have anything with gin in it, perchance?" And Mike goes, "No, this is they're all, what should call it, mocktails. I think the whole thing is that there's no alcohol." And Mariah leans in further, "You sure there's no gin back there?" And Mike goes, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure if there were gin, I would have drank it already, lady."
Okay.
Well, that's all right.
The Shirley Temple's quite good.
Is it? Okay, well, I'll, Corinne goes, "I'll take a Shirley Temple then." And she'll get, Mike goes, "All right. And then for you, and Mariah, I'll have, do you have I'll take one of your cranberry fizzes. Okay. A Shirley and a fizz. Gotta Got it. Surely. And then he gets to making the drinks. And over the go ahead.
I'll say, so how do you two know each other?
This is Mariah. When Corinne came back to town to live with our families go back. We're founder families and all. I'm sure you're aware. So when she moved back and needed a place to stay, and her brutish cousin, I'm so sorry, Corinne, but he really is just a pill. Wouldn't let her stay. Corinne stayed in my guest house for a little bit to get on her feet, and I provided some seed loan money for the ninth, and then Corinne names it. Yes, the ninth step. My wellness practice here, and Mariah's been a wonderful help in getting adjusted, and shares her wealth of knowledge. And Mariah goes, I'm here to help all of the young female entrepreneurs. There can never be enough helping around here in the Bay. She kind of hooks her arm through Corinne's. I'm so sorry to be stealing her from you, but I do believe we need to go talk to the mayor before he gets back up on that creaky stage again. Corinne, and she kind of pulls. She's shorter than Corinne, but definitely is wearing the pants and this like weird friend mentorship they have. Mm-hmm. And Mariah will pull Corinne away, and Corinne like shoots you a glance. Not like save me, but just in the like, I'm sorry. As she gets pulled away. And then someone, I think Mike turns around with their drinks, but they're already gone.
Oh.
Petra, you want a cranberry fizz? Petra will come up and be like, this is my fourth one.
And then I'll like switch out the other Shirley Temple. This is my second one.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Incredible. They don't get to Mayor Simon in time. The mayor with his suit and his smarmy little grin gets back up on stage to announce the final tables. And all right, folks, it's been a wonderful evening with some, who would have thought that oatmeal fountain was a real hit with the community? Not me, but look at that line. There are so many people in line for the oatmeal fountain because they're like mixing it with the chocolate fountain or the cheese fountain or the peanut butter fountain or all of the toppings.
Oh, good.
Lots of things going on. The fountains are a big hit. And all of the different lighting sources are flickering and the music's playing. And the mayor continues. It's time for our final tables. I'm very excited to announce that our final round, you're all welcome to, of course, crowd around, and we'll stay on this side. So, of course, there's no chance for cheating in cards, but we've got Charles Ace Rogers in seat number 1, Amelia Emerson in seat number 2, and she goes, "Go Newts!" But like no one else says it. And then we've got Danielle Walsh in seat number 3, and rounding it out, we've got Tony Martinez, reigning champ, in seat number 4. So they all sit down, and then kind of around you guys see Mariah and Corinne standing next to one another. Mike has like put a "Be Right Back" sign at catering so he can go watch. Who else is? The mayor's up there. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Marina, whenever like I hear "Go Newts," it's very much like freaking Newts. He doesn't want to hear a single thing about any Newt.
About Newts.
Yeah.
Incredible. The 3 of you are, I believe, out of the tournament. So would you all like to be with each other?
Yes. Yeah,
Love
Tia,
it.
like, comes over to Marina, and eventually Violet joins, and she's just like, I can't believe I lost.
Violet's like, I think $700 will be good for the Brindlewood Bay Association. Like, I think that'll help out. Like,
That's so great.
yeah. In the meantime, I could use a drink.
Yeah, I have a pretty good selection of mocktails, but oh god, those fountains, it's just like a calamity of smells. And I don't volunteer 1 year and this is what happens. I mean, they may be popular now, but they won't be popular later, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The line to the bathroom is equally as long. Incredible. The lights dim so that all of the focus is near this final table. And the mayor announces all of the how much money is on the line and all of the different charities that are being played for at this final table. And I've got one more establishing question. This can be for one or all of you. Most of you have said, in some aspect you've been around this event. What scandal rocked last year's poker tournament? And how are you involved?
Trying to think of a good scandal.
It can involve people who aren't here or aren't playing this year. So you can either make up someone or pick some, someone from the past two mysteries. Past one mystery for our viewers.
Yeah.
Or maybe it wasn't even about the cards. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that maybe somebody spiked the punch or something. And everyone was just a little delirious.
Oh my gosh, yes, everyone was sloshed.
Yeah.
The second half of that question was, how are you involved?
Taya spiked the tree.
And then how did the rest of you cover that up so Taya didn't get in trouble and could come back and play this year?
I think when she did it, do you think Marina and Violet maybe either stood in front so she couldn't be caught on the cameras or something, or made a big distraction, pretended to fall or something so nobody was looking that way?
I think Marina would probably, being somebody who volunteers often, she could be I saw this person do it.
Yeah. I think that this scandal of not only did you guys prevent Taya from being seen, but Violet, I do think you saw someone else spike it, and just because Marina, you said that they took the full blame, though whatever Taya put in there was definitely stronger.
I saw Taya with me.
Yeah. Does Taya make a homemade fruit punch?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Very orange is the new black, bury it under my garden and then pull it out later.
Nice.
Incredible. We'll say that last year because this would have been after, you can't pin it on Gary Garrickson or Clyde because they would have been under investigation already. They wouldn't have been at this event. And I would say it also can't be the sheriff because Brett. You gonna blame it on Brett?
No, I feel bad. I take it back.
We could say that pesky teenagers snuck in and spiked it or something.
Yeah, you can blame it on Brad if you're looking for. He would have been a teenager at that point.
What if he got in trouble and that sparked his whole eco-terrorist thing? They tried to send him on the straight and narrow, the good path, and he went too far that way.
Yeah, okay, so one of the things is that he's taking a gap year and he says it's his choice. But what if this made it so he couldn't go.
Oh no!
I feel guilty, but
I think narratively it's wonderful.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Incredible. All right. He did spike it. It's not that he didn't do the thing. It's just that he wasn't the only one.
Taya made it worse.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think maybe he put like a very weak like Tito Gatorade blend into it, and like you put moonshine. Something with a much higher alcohol content.
Yeah. It just took like one concentrated jar. Like this stuff is so potent. Just one jar did the whole thing in.
Amazing.
Incredible.
Everyone's sloshed.
That's why it's mocktails this year.
Yeah.
Yes. Taya, you're an inspiration.
Thank you. Thank you.
Icon.
New prank every year.
What's gonna be here?
This year's.
You're
As
right.
hands get dealt here, the music is going. I think we're like fading between a jazz song, and the rotation's been on long enough that like you know what's New Pussycat is coming up next. And as the cards get dealt, suddenly all of the lights go off. And there are two loud, make your ear ring sort of gunshot sounds. There's some screaming, general panic. Someone fumbles and gets the lights back on. You see slumped over that table is Ace Rogers. The first sound you hear is like just Amelia screaming because she's sitting right next to him. And then like general, oh my God, everyone's like freaking out. And finally the mayor gets on the microphone like, all right, everyone just needs to stay calm. We'll, back up, stay calm, grab some water. We'll get EMS here shortly to figure this all out. What did the three of you do?
First thought is to just stay on brand and go tap him on the shoulder and be like, can I help you? Try to Red Cross. I'm assuming it doesn't work.
Your assumption is correct. So you want to do that? You want to try to make it towards the body?
Yeah, she'll walk over with her, little Red Cross card in her purse and just, hey, can I help you? Like trying to see if he's like, still breathing a little bit. Maybe get some last words.
I think Taya's gonna stay back and like watch the room, see like anyone who was near him, and then anyone's reaction as well.
Okay. Taya, I'll have you roll. Actually, you don't have to roll. I will give you information here as you stay back and watch. I think you can quickly figure out, based on like sight patterns, the only way, like the people who, if they haven't moved yet, that would have had a straight look and shot potentially are the following: the mayor, Amelia, the caterer, Mike, Danielle, the reporter, Mariah Prescott, Tony Martinez, and Dan Gardner. None of the other people, and of course the three of you, but no one else here. So like Francine's in the restroom. She wouldn't have been out here, or at least she said she was going to the restroom. Madison, I think, is like right at the oatmeal fountain. And then Corinne, I just think like didn't have like any sort of clear visual from what you can see. Like
Cool.
there were people standing in front of her or whatever. Maybe the caterer was in front of her. So I think you can figure out, okay, these are the people who in those 2 seconds could have done something. The people at his table, the mayor, Mariah, the caterer. Violet, you're heading up towards the body. Before we get to that, I do want to know what Marina is doing.
I think she's also heading closer because she does have her trusty medical bag. So same thing. If she was like, if he's any kind of alive, she would have like want to try to help.
Incredible. You should add that medical bag. Please put it in your cozy little place, because it's a part of your move. So it sounds like you two go up together. Then, up there, sort of Tony and Amelia have already like gotten up from the table in like shock and horror and are like sitting on the side of the stage. The mayor is still kind of giving instructions to the general crowd over the microphone, and Danielle is there also trying to see if he's okay in this moment. So you guys come up on her and Ace's body. Hi. I'm not getting any sort of response out of him. Either one of you professionals?
I mean, I wouldn't say professional, but I have quite a few things here in my bag. But I mean, we heard something like gunshots? Are we seeing any bullet holes?
Do you have gloves?
Yeah, I should.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you pull them out. Do you give them to her?
Yeah.
Yeah, you hand over the gloves. She'll put them on and then like gently move his shoulders so instead of being slumped over the table, he's like sat back in the chair.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he's got 2 wounds in the middle of his chest. And there's like a blood pool on the table.
Yeah. I mean, I'm no professional, but I don't think that looks very good.
Yeah. There's no sort of chill with the gloved hands. I'm not seeing any sort of pulse or movement. I think he's dead.
I think this is like my Grey's Anatomy or like or some kind of like TV show thing. Like look at the time and call time of death.
Yeah, you call that, and she'll like using the right glove techniques to like not sully it. Right, she takes off the one glove and takes her pen and her notebook and writes TOD : and then the time that you said. Mm-hmm. And then this is the Vegas guy. She writes down his name. Did you guys see anything?
No, I mean we were over by the fountains.
Yeah, and with the lights out.
Yeah, it all happened so fast.
It was so loud. So like my ears are still. She almost reaches in with the gloved hand and then like goes back to her other. So my ears are still ringing.
Yeah, did you like? I mean, you were closer than we were. Did you like see or hear anything right before lights went out before the gunshot?
He just had a sharp intake of breath, and please roll me the meddling move.
Absolutely.
With presence.
Okay. 8.
8. I mean, I heard a sharp intake of breath, and there's lots of noise, and the gunshots were not as close together. My ears were ringing from the first one that I feel like something happened, but I'm not quite sure. On a 7 to 9, Violet, there is a complication. She seems hesitant to tell you. you might have to convince her more to get what you want out of it. How do you needle this out of her?
Yeah, I think that was really stressful. Would a puppy help?
Oh no, I'm really more of a cat person.
Okay, well, they just apparently let anybody in here. That seems a little irresponsible of them. But I'm sure with you being right here, that's gotta be really stressful. Do you think, like talking about it might help you process things? I mean, that's a lot to go through.
I am, I've, as a reporter, I've done a lot of work, a lot of journalism. No, I'm pretty good at compartmentalizing, I would say. But you guys had probably a much different perspective on the whole. I'd actually really love to get an interview. I mean, it's not often that I'm at the scene of a thing when it happens. If you wouldn't mind, I guess at least until EMS gets here. I mean, there's not really much we can do for Ace Charles. She kind of, I think she'll like with the one gloved hand lean him back so his head's not up looking at everyone.
Yeah.
Didn't he have a cowboy hat?
He did.
I'll just like tilt it a little down and like, oh, guy.
I think the complication here is that I think to get what you want, Violet, you got to concede to her interviewing you.
Okay.
So it's not a condition, but it is at some point she's going to come and find you and be like, it's time for your interview.
Yeah.
And it might be inconvenient for you later.
Yeah. Just thinking the last time I agreed to something that happened later, I regret it. Yeah, I don't know that I saw much, but obviously if I can help in any way, I'm happy to try to help.
I'm just writing down my notes because that won't happen this session. Yeah, I will continue to try to parse through. It all happens so quickly. Sometimes in the shock, your brain just doesn't quite register everything the right way. But it sounds like maybe we could help each other out. And she takes her other glove off and I'll throw these away.
Yeah, you could throw them away. Yeah, they're disposable.
Okay.
And biodegradable.
Oh, all right. Yeah, she takes them and grabs her little notebook and pen. I'll come find you a little bit later. There's a lot of people I want to talk to.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And she'll leave this little area, at which point the mayor standing on the stage right next to this table very pointedly says to the two of you, but in the way that he's telling the whole room, now we need to make sure we give the deceased a wide berth so that EMS and CSI can get in here as quickly as possible. And he's like saying it to the whole room, but he started and ended that sentence looking at the two of you.
I'm like, nope, I be in the bays. I'm just like, just like, you got it, Mayor. And I'm just like, oh, I think Marina would go closer to Corinne and Mariah.
Incredible. Love that for you. So you're heading that way. Violet, are you going with Marina, or are you gonna go track down someone else? Or go somewhere else? You guys have only been in the main part of town hall. There's plenty to explore.
Yeah. I think she's gonna head towards the exit, but not go all the way. And she's gonna see if anybody like Just to see if everybody tries to like dart away, tries to leave the room. Gonna kind of keep an eye out.
Okay. I'm gonna have you roll a day move, not to get there. I think you can get there just fine. But this day move is specifically for you to notice other people, but to see if anyone notices you going towards the exit.
Okay.
As one of the people who had a clear line of sight on Ace before he died.
Yeah.
So
And-
twofold.
Yeah, and I was okay. Yeah, I was thinking she wasn't gonna go all the way. Like she was gonna say like a healthy distance, but yeah, that's fine.
It's
cool,
not a
okay.
super big town hall, unfortunately.
Yeah. What would just straight roll? No bonus?
No. We'll have a modifier. Let's say if you are trying to keep it cool, and like do this nonchalantly, it's going to be composure.
Okay. That's gonna be a 10.
Incredible.
Nice.
On a 10, I don't think anyone's picking up, to your knowledge, that like what you're doing.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a breeze, so maybe a few people have moved this way just because this is where like the doors are open and the night air is cool, and that storm had come through, so temperatures dropped a little bit today. On a 10, let's see here. You do what you intend. So describe for us how you get here and kind of look around, and we'll see.
Yeah, I think I'm imagining around his body everybody's trying to like get to a spot and like not be right there, and there's kind of it's a little hectic as people go in different directions. So I think she just kind of uses that chaos and kind of slips through to kind of get a vantage point a little bit farther away from folks, so she can kind of maybe see any, if there's any like side rooms, like she can kind of get a view of basically like any potential exit if anybody's slipping down a hallway or something.
Yeah, or you could say this kind of nexus right after the like metal scanners and whatnot to get in. The town hall's not giant, so like there's the opening to the main like room that is also used for like town meetings, which you guys are all doing the poker charity thing in. There's also a hallway that goes off to a string of offices. There is a hallway that's under renovation. And then there's like the stairs that go downstairs. The kitchen is like attached to the conference room, so you're not near that. But that is another location for you all.
Okay.
I forgot to ask the group, town hall in general. 30 years ago, the town hall was the site of a violent encounter between local fishermen and a town council interfering with their way of life in order to attract tourism dollars. What evidence of that violent encounter remains in town hall even today?
The first morbid thought that came to my mind. Wait, did you have something, Basni?
No, I was just excited because I saw your grin and I was like, ooh, it's gonna be good.
The first thing that came to mind was like a bloody, rusted like fish hook that was used, and they like hung it up and like put it in the little shadow box.
Like an in memorial, like remember.
Yeah,
like this day in history.
Exactly.
Nice.
One of those walls that just like the history of the building, and not the most recent thing, which the most recent thing is this renovation, but the second most recent thing was these like things from the violence of that one town hall meeting.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I was thinking that's like the thing the fishermen used to like slash at the guy.
Wolverine style.
Yeah.
Right on. So Violet, you scuttle past that, making your way towards this entrance exit area. And you specifically are trying to station up to see if anyone is like ducking down through these. Right?
Yeah. If anybody's being a little suspicious, maybe somebody we should chat with might have some evidence.
Yeah. On your 10, I'm gonna make you make a decision because you see two different things happen.
Okay.
you see, let's see, Tony Martinez heads to, just as you get there, you see like his, like the tweed of his jacket on the door that goes to the basement.
Okay.
And down the hallway full of renovations, you hear you don't see her, but the heel click of Danielle Walsh.
Who do you guys think is more suspicious?
No one's near you. I think it's who do you think is more suspicious?
That's true.
Tony.
See, I want to go Tony, but then like Danny's just being weird and now she's going down hallways, but like I don't know, the basement seems creepier. So let's follow the tweed.
All right. We won't get to that scene, but we will have it next session. I'm just going to write it down that you're heading down there. Yeah, you open that, like, it's got one of those like bar pushes into a dimly lit, kind of a mildewy smelling stairwell that goes to the basement, presumably. And nothing bad ever happened when you went down stairwells before in other games.
Nothing at all.
Watch out, guys. It's gonna lock you in a room.
She's looking for the hat trick. She's got Taya. Oh no,
Okay.
she's locked in with somebody with a tweed coat.
All right. Violet's heading down there. We probably won't see the resolution of that this session. I've got Marina, you're heading towards Corinne and Mariah. Okay. We'll start you there next time. And then Taya, you had just like a little bit of scouting, so I want to give you a moment. You didn't really have a sort of end cap scene to decide where you're going or what you're doing.
Yeah.
You clock your friends splitting. And you also clock Francine's finally made it out of the bathroom. Thank goodness. What are you doing?
Could I possibly, like, while everyone had like the discussion and like before the mayor said like everyone step away from the deceased, can Taya have like dropped to the ground, like pretending like the like gunshots were too loud after clocking everyone, and then like crawling on the floor to see if anyone had dropped anything or if there was like gunpowder or yeah, just like something amongst the crowd.
Yes, you can do this with a roll because it is a very interesting thing to do at this point in the timeline.
Accurate.
So you are going to roll me the day move with presence to like sell this the right way.
Oh no. Okay. Okay. Oh, a 7.
Okay. I'm gonna let you know right now you're gonna get a condition and it will be a physical one.
Oh no.
But you are gonna get a chance to see something that you might get to resolve.
Okay.
You drop to the ground. You think you're selling this well. The thing is, there's a lot of people moving a lot of different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And you catch a glimpse of, let's say, let's see. Something that could look like, gosh, there's something on the ground near the table that no one's picked up yet. but you'd have to get closer to figure out what it is. Now, I want you to tell me if you would rather it be your knees or your hands.
She needs her hands to build, so I think her knees.
You dropped pretty hard, and this is a conference room, which means it's the world's thinnest carpet on top of the world's thickest concrete. And I think you feel some other movements in your knees that you did not feel before.
No.
Let's create a condition based off your knees. What do you want to name it?
Oh gosh. I don't know, maybe like a cracked knee or something like that.
I was gonna say snap, crackle, pop.
Yes, snap, crackle, pop. That's cute.
Yeah. You can feel right away, like, oh man, it's not like life ending, of course, but it is definitely going to impede you.
Yeah,
your
it's
knee
like irritating. It's like irritating an old like biking injury.
Yeah, you jostled something that is going to be a thorn in your side the rest of the evening, unless you figure out how to move past it.
Cool.
And just as you are starting to clock whatever that is near the table, the like coverall legs of Francine obscure your vision. He goes, "Are you okay? I came out of the bathroom and you just dropped."
Yeah.
She crouches down in front of you.
I just, not to be uncool or anything, but I just forgot to turn down my hearing aid. And that gunshot was just really loud. I'm okay though. I'm okay. Are you okay?
She's gonna offer you like arms to like get back up.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah. You say, no, I was in the porcelain throne, and then the lights, and I was like, oh shit, literally, and then gunshots, and then I came out. I did wash my hands, don't worry. And then you were on the ground, and you're not uncool. But let's maybe find you a chair to sit in.
Yeah, thanks. I'm okay though, I promise. I've done worse. I've messed up my knees multiple times doing some cool kick flips on a skateboard, so you know.
Skateboarding? That's so dangerous.
I wore a helmet.
Well, not knee pads, clearly.
What, are you worried about me?
No. She'll sit down next, like, in a chair at the table that she sat you down at. And then I think maybe Petra walks by and she, like, grabs Petra. And ice pack? She, like, is trying to get the words out, but, like, continue talking to you. And Petra just, ice pack, got it. And she goes off, running a million people's errands. But yeah.
I love that, like, Marina just is so nice to everybody and just gets away with it. And then Violet, you just get yourself into the craziest situations.
Violet says, I'm gonna follow someone into the basement.
I mean,
so good.
It's the only logical thing to do. You know, you see somebody go in the basement, you gotta follow them.
Such gems today.
Yeah.
Well, to our people watching, thank you so much for watching. We're excited to be in Dead Man's Hand and figure out who killed Ace Rogers. And hopefully, no one's traumatized more by the end of this.
You can't even say it with a straight face.
As an express plan.
That's not realistic.
Yeah. But maybe through solving this mystery, learning more about what's going on in Brindlewood Bay as a whole, might help you out in the long run here. That is, if the three of you aren't pinned for it as being people who were within view of Ace Rogers himself. But that is where we'll end for tonight. Thank you for watching. Thank you for playing. And we'll be back, I think, next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember to write Bay on your arm.
Oh yeah, that's
Yay!
Yeah, to write to what is it? To write Bay on her arms or your arms?
Her arm. Well, we should write
Yes.
Bay on your arms, but the company or like the organization is to write Bay on her arms.
cute.
Twaboha?
Yeah.
Yes.
Twaboha.
Twaboha.
Twaboha to you.
And also
And
with
to
you.
And also with you.